Hey everybody, welcome to a Cricut craft tutorial. Today's going to be a really quick, super easy Christmas card. These are really easy to make, really fun, and you can do a lot with them. So here's our card, and it does have an inside. So let's get over to Design Space and I'll show you how to do this. We're in Design Space, and all I did was I just looked up Nativity Silhouette. Nothing fancy, and this is what I found on Google, and I just cleaned it up and uploaded it. I did make sure to erase all of the background behind Mary and Joseph and the baby and the manger, as well as behind the tree and the star. We're going to make this a card, and we're going to make it a really beautiful shiny card that you saw at the beginning. So we need to do a couple of things to it. I made it large right now so you could see it, but I'm going to size it down just a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to first open up a square. Oops, and I hit the wrong thing, so sorry about that. I do that all the time. We're going to open up a square, so all we're going to do is go to Shapes and Square. And we see that this is about 4.3 and 5.2. So let's unlock the square that we just added. And this is a really easy way to do this. So we know that it is about 5.3 one way, and that we know it's about 4.2 the other. So this is how we're going to do that backing piece that covers the back so it's not a see-through card. And all I do is I just make it a little bit smaller than the actual card itself. And you can always size it down a little bit as you go if you want to, just so it's a little easier to fit on like behind it. So that looks pretty good for that. So let's put that to the side. I'm just going to lock it. This is going to be that lighter piece that goes behind Mary and Joseph to make it look like a pretty sky. And then all we have to do now too is we're going to do another shape, and I'm going to do another square. Now for this one, we're going to need to do the same thing where we're going to unlock it, but we're going to put the exact same measurements in. So 5.427 wide and 4.372. So let's just do one at a time. So let's go with 5. See, and this is why I forget these things. It is, oh dear, oh I don't know what happened. Oh no, sometimes it does that. I think sometimes it just goes nuts. So 5.247. So let's unlock this square. And you're going to type in 5.427, and then we'll check the height, 4.372. Now you can make this easier on yourself if you really want to by just making them even, but I'm too lazy to do that. So what we're going to do is you'll see that they're the same size now. Completely covers that one, and actually it's oddly too wide. 247, that's why. Okay, let me fix that. It should be 247, not 472. 247. Okay, now they're the exact same width. So what you're going to do is line them up, and you're going to line them up so they are touching just barely at the top. And you want to make sure that they are lined up even on the sides. And then you select each of them by either holding Control or drawing a square around them or selecting them over here. And you're going to click Weld. That's going to make it all one piece. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to figure about where center is. Now, a lot of times what I'll just do, I'm just going to change the height on this to 10 just to make life easier. I usually use even numbers, so what I'm going to do is use 10. And I'm going to move this down to the 1-inch mark. And what that does is it's going to help me know right where my center is. And center is actually on most of your projects going to be right where your number is. So what we can do is use that number, and we see that it's right on this grid line here. So we're just going to use that, and we're going to take a shape, open a score line, and let's change the color on this so you guys can see it better. We'll just make it a light cream. This is so you guys can see this better. And we're going to turn this so that it is nice and straight. And you're going to put this right in the center. And remember, I said right where that line was is center. So we'll use this line as our center, and you just stretch out your score line till it meets. So now we have a score line that's going to go ahead and score our project, but you need to make sure that you have it attached to your card. So just select both and click Attach. When we click Make It, you're going to see it's going to give you two things. It's going to give you the inside piece, and then here is your outside piece. And it'll have your score line on it, which will help us fold it. Let's go ahead, get it cut out, get it assembled, and then show you how great it looks. I've cut the card out, and you can see, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but it's a really pretty, pearly, shiny paper. So the first thing that I'm going to do is fold my card. Now, I think they're the same on both sides, but I feel like this side's brighter, so I'm going to fold it so that this side is out, although I really truly cannot tell. This side looks brighter. We're going with it. Usually I would use a score line. I was a little bit afraid to because yesterday when I tried using the scoring stylus in the maker, it kept trying to chew up my cardstock. So I did not use the scoring stylus on this because this is really pretty cardstock and I just got it and I didn't want it to ruin it. So I fold it first so that I can make sure that my box isn't on my flap where I'm going to use to fold my card over. So the first thing that we're going to do is take our glue stick and figure out which side you want to use. One side does seem brighter than the other. So I have a glue stick pen. It's just a glue stick. It's nothing fancy or crazy. And you just twist the bottom for it to come out. And you just want to make sure that you get a bunch of glue all along the edge of your card. But you want to be careful that you don't put too much glue, because you want to make sure that it doesn't get on the actual card itself. And I'm going to put some on my little people too and my tree, because I don't want to put it on this part of the glue or of the card, because we don't want it to get on the outside. So we're just going to put a couple little dabs of glue on our people. I usually just do it on their head and then around, and then we're going to do it on the manger around them. We're just going to go around them, and that just helps it adhere to the silver cardstock. So you're just going to put a little bit on the tree. I usually just dab it on a little bit and wipe, and that's just going to help it adhere to each other. So let's put our glue stick away. And all we're going to do is take our silver paper, place it over our design, just like so. Try to get it fairly centered. If it's not perfect, it's okay. Press it down, and you want to make sure you press down on the people and all around the edge. And then we just flip it over, and I'm going to refold it. And I'm going to use my pen real quick just to give it a nice tight fold. And there we have our beautiful Christmas card. You could take another piece of the silver paper if you wanted to and place it here. You could do a heart. You could do all sorts of shapes on this side so that you could write your little note. You could use the Cricut to write your note, but this is just how you can make a very pretty, very easy, beautiful, shiny Christmas card. I hope you guys had fun learning how to make this simple, easy Christmas card. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I put out new videos all the time. And if you hit that bell icon, it will let you know when I post a new video. If there's any tutorials you're looking for, comment below, because I make these tutorials because you guys ask for them. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Have a great day and happy crafting.